The choral music of Filipino composers will be taking center stage this weekend at the Lutheran Church of the Cross in Winnipeg's West End. Polycoro returning to the Winnipeg choral scene alongside the Musica Singers and choirs from Garden City Collegiate and Maples Collegiate in a concert called Paraiso. Ahead of this concert on Sunday afternoon, we are joined live in the Classic 107 studios by Polycoro conductor Scott Reimer and Oscar Pantaleon Jr., conductor of the Musica Singers. Wonderful to see you both this morning.
Good morning, Nolan.
Great to be here, Nolan.
So, Scott, maybe I'll start with you. What prompted this collaboration for this concert in the first place?
You know what? This one was definitely born by John Weens, I believe. Thought it would be great to feature the music by Filipino composers. I think we have done some Filipino pieces in the past, but never a concert devoted to kind of showcasing all the great stuff that has come out of that culture, that people.
Amazing. Maybe Oscar, for those who may not be familiar with the repertoire, and we'll get into some more specifics in just a second, but what are some of the characteristics of music from the Philippines that then gets showcased in choral music within Paraiso?
I would say for Musica Singers program for this concert, it's a bit eclectic.
All right.
We'll be showcasing some chants from the highlands, some folk tunes from the southern part of the Philippines, and even popular songs.
Okay, lots to get into there. And so several Filipino-Canadian composers that comprise the repertoire of the ensembles that are in this concert. Maybe you can talk about some of the composers that people are going to get introduced to on Sunday afternoon, including one or two, I think, that are associated with this community as well.
First of note is our Philippine national artist for music, Ramon Santos. He's known for his avant-garde works, and we picked one song which is Tula Tula. Tula means poem, and it's a medley of children's teasing songs.
Oh,
yeah, and it's gonna be fun. We're still working on it, so
awesome!
Aren't we all?
Right.
We're going to give it a Canadian premiere on Sunday.
Amazing. Oh, that's so fun. That's to get that sort of a real sense of the culture in a piece like that, which has these just universal elements of, little light teasing on behalf of children. Scott, what did you know about this repertoire from the Philippines going into the preparations for Paraiso?
Well, it was certainly limited. I went to the MADS concert last year when they were here, and it was terrific, of course. And I remember I had heard this piece, Paraiso, which we kind of made the title of the concert. But I heard them do it there. I'd heard it before. And then I also did have some experience singing a few pieces when I was with the World Youth Choir.
I was wondering.
In fact, we had Sir Jonathan Velasco was one of my conductors in 2018 when I was there in China with the World Youth Choir, and he picked a program that was loaded of all kinds of Filipino stuff, including Nilo Alcala's Gloria setting, which I thought was just fantastic, and I wanted to bring to Winnipeg, but I didn't actually end up putting it on the program. Oh. So there's another Alcala piece that I think is just terrific, a children's counting song that he arranged, which is so much fun and very intricate and stunning, very rhythmically charged like a lot of this music seems to be. But so that's kind of my background, and then just kind of digging into some of this stuff, really getting to know it with some help from Oscar and from Jonathan Velasco. And it's been a great journey.
Yeah. What sorts of things, as you are taking this repertoire on, what sorts of unique challenges maybe face your ensemble Polycoro as you are preparing this music that you might not necessarily encounter if you are doing repertoire from the more, I don't know if I want to call it standard, but the Western sort of choral music canon. We heard a little bit of Bruckner a little bit before as an example. How does preparing music from this tradition maybe differ from other pieces that Polycoro would perform?
Yeah, well, a lot of us, certainly not all of us, but a lot of us have less experience with this. And so to lean on some other people who can guide us more is very important. So Oscar actually recommended Lawrence Serrando to come and be our diction coach. So he gave us translations and he gave us pronunciation tracks ahead of rehearsal schedule. And he came and coached us in person and gave us some context on, this piece is from the south of the Philippines, from this group of people. It's about this, and it's used now in the culture now. The example I have is Ili Ili Tulogalanay. Said that close, yeah.
For those who are not watching on YouTube, they're looking. Scott's looking at Oscar to make sure that the pronunciations
just to make sure I'm close. No, I should be close. But it's a lullaby, and it's a gorgeous piece. I love it. It's amazing. Setting by Ili Matthew Maniano, and it's apparently used in horror movies now because it's this lullaby, and we wouldn't have gotten that if we didn't bring in people that know, right?
Sure.
So it's obviously so important to to make sure that you do what you need to in terms of the text, because it's the text that's so important. And it's the text that we have as choral musicians or vocal musicians at our fingertips to tell these stories, which is so important to do it justice, to do it properly. But also, I've found that throughout all the repertoire I've chosen, at least, with the exception of Idi Idi, which also has some rhythmic interest to it, driving along. But a lot of this music is very rhythmic, so articulation choices and shaping and dynamics and all this stuff. There's a lot there that you don't always get in Bruckner or Beethoven or Bach even.
Right.
It's different.
Totally. Oscar, as the Filipino community and the Filipino diaspora continues to grow here in Winnipeg and across Manitoba, really, what role does choral music have to share these Filipino musical characteristics and culture within the community?
Yeah, so Musica Singers was established to promote choral music, Philippine music arts in general. And we feel that being here, sharing our music, makes us feel seen and heard literally and figuratively. And we also do collaborations with other cultural organizations so that we have an exchange of ideas and experiences, which brings us closer all together as a community.
Yeah. What do you hope that there's going to be people on Sunday afternoon, for instance, that are hearing this music for the very first time and are getting acquainted with this musical language for the first time? Oscar, what do you hope people who are encountering this on Sunday for the first time take away about the musical characteristics of the Philippines?
I hope that they'll be able to experience the diversity of Philippine music. We are 7,100 islands, and there's as much diversity in our music and culture. And we will be offering tidbits of what we have from these different groups.
Yeah.
And it's a starter for them to get into knowing more Filipino music. Musica Singers will always be around to share more. We have a 3-season concert every year, and we hope to see them there too, if I may promote.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to jump in too. The number of languages in the Philippines shocked me. I knew it was a lot, but I forgot it was so big, like 190 something or something. And so when people think Filipino people, yeah, I know someone, a Filipino person at work or whatever, and we always probably assume, they probably speak Tagalog, and maybe they do. But then this concert is going to show, there's also Bicol, and there's Ilonggo, and there's all these other languages from other parts of the Philippines.
Wow. Many languages, many islands, one nation, one incredible collection of musical traditions. This concert taking place on Sunday, May the 25th at Lutheran Church of the Cross in the West End. That showtime is at 3 o'clock. More information at polycoro.ca. You can learn more about this also at our website later on this morning, classic107.com and the Classic 107 app. Oscar Pantaleon and Scott Reimer. Such a joy to have the two of you come in and talk about this concert. So awesome to explore this language, and all the best for Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you there.
Oh, of course.